Welcome back.
Howdy.
How you doing?
Good. Good, 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 good.
Yeah?
Um, how's your journaling been?
Yeah. I started last night, got side I've written a lot.
Uh-huh. I've like
Unfortunately, it hasn't a lot some of it hasn't been in here. I've written other things. Like, I've done a lot of writing lately, but I've been kinda tied up in planning this spring launch event, for the last couple of weeks, that I forgot to mention to you upstairs. February 4th, put it in your calendar.
okay.
I'm hoping to be at the, Hamilton Waterfront Center.
This actually kind of rings a bell.
We have talked about it, but
Yeah.
I've hammered it down a bit. I got a great list of speakers coming. CMHC's coming, MPAC's coming, Samir's coming from First Nat. Got a water specialist.
A
Got
water
yeah,
specialist?
somebody does water wells, cisterns, just to talk about how they get involved in the transaction.
Who are they?
Actually, it's one of my agent's husband owns a drilling business.
Out in Niagara Lake?
No, actually, out in Simcoe. Port Rowan area. Their family's been doing it for decades. So he's going to come and talk to us about some issues and water table and all of that stuff. Right up your alley. You're going to geek out about it. And you two will get along just fine. We got a couple of the associations are going to come. Coldwell Banker Canada. And I got a keynote speaker, a guy named Neil Thornton. I don't know if you've
Mm,
ever heard of Neil.
yeah.
Really good guy, a good friend of mine. He's going to come and do the keynote
This
address.
is a big thing.
Yeah, it's a full day breakfast, lunch, probably
Wow.
6 hours of speakers.
Sick. Okay.
Yeah, so and we're gonna do it all while overlooking the water, the Hamilton Harborfront. I hope anyway. I messaged him, I'm just waiting to hear back. So,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, so, it'll be a decent event for us. I hope to get 50 people there from the company, maybe a little bit more. We'll see.
Yeah. Sick.
Yeah, but my journaling has been off and on. Everything's been off and on.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It is
I feel like the last couple weeks were a little hectic on all
Yeah, it's been a bit
fronts.
a bit chaotic.
I
Going to
know.
Ottawa really was, threw a monkey wrench into some stuff from timing wise.
Yeah.
I got
You were tied up super
Yeah.
consistently for like 4 days, three
Yeah, we
days.
went in Saturday and we got back late Wednesday night. So that was a bit challenging. And then I got a RIA at the end of the month as well. So I got some stuff I have to get done by November 30th that is really throwing a monkey wrench into right now. So
Right. It's
taking time away that I really can't
also
afford.
like top of the priority list,
Yeah. Yeah.
along with
So
everything else that comes kind of curveball thrown and this, that, the other.
yeah,
Yeah.
my life.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
you witness it
Well,
on a regular basis.
I think it's very fitting. I thought we were gonna maybe do some fun topics today.
Uh-oh. I like it when you come with the topics because mine are always usually dry.
Um,
Yours end up being entertaining.
well, listen, there's so much talk about all the tough stuff out for us about running
Yep.
our own businesses.
Yep.
Like we just said, there's all these curveballs, all this planning, all this. I was like, what if we talked about the like fun, the surprisingly rewarding,
Ooh.
the like the side that you think you're getting into. So I got a bunch of little
Oh, you got some
I
points?
got some little
All right.
points here. Obviously, this was Chat GPT jump off points.
Yep. We love ChatGPT.
Um, but the first one is some of the perks of being the boss, even the silly ones.
Oh, the silly ones. I love, and this is going to sound silly. I love the holidays.
Okay. Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
I love the I love the organizing the potlucks at the office because we don't do a
The
formal
Christmas parade that
the
you're
Chris
reluctantly into.
yeah, I'm into 2 of them, not
Two of them.
1.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Those are the build up to them sucks,
Yep.
but when you get there
Hmm.
with the team and everybody's kinda having their fun, that is one of the things, but the potlucks to me, where you get to see what everybody's diversity, that it's a great time. I love that.
That is actually a pretty good one.
Yeah, that's one of my biggest ones. I love the gala. I
Yep.
I I hate planning the gala now because 'cause I've done it for 7
So I
years.
almost feel like so you say you hate planning all these big events, but you do them pretty well and you do a lot of them.
I do them, a lot of it's rinse and repeat, though. It's not like
Sure.
it's not, like, I know where we're going for our gala. Like, it's just to pick up the phone and say, "Hey,
Yeah, but
buddy, like, this is my
theme
day."
and
Theme, decoration, and that
decorations.
stuff,
Yeah,
that's the hard part. I know where to go. I know where I get my awards. I know where all of that stuff comes
fair.
from, right? Like,
Some
so
of it's on
it's
autopilot.
so it's just email my guy, say, "Here's the list. Give me my price this year," and
Mhm.
off I go. Same thing with the food. Like, I don't change the food up a ton
Yeah, it's a pretty good
because
menu, though.
the menu's broad enough that I don't
Yeah.
have to think about it. Same thing with this spring launch. Once I've done the spring launch once,
Mhm.
it's just a matter of organizing new speakers, and then it's rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
So,
Caterer done, same thing
yeah,
next year, boom, boom,
the
boom.
one that I really do not enjoy is the golf tournament. I do not like begging for prizes. I don't like
Okay.
collecting that. I don't like the responsibility of that day. It is I go to golf. For me, it's just another golf day. I don't it's the one event that I always wanted to do a golf tournament. Now I've
Yeah.
done 2 or 3 of them. I hate it. I'm not gonna lie. And I know the agents love it, those that show up and use it as
Yep.
their kind of their client appreciation and all that, but I hate it. I truly, truly do not like it.
I didn't know that.
And I'll be honest with you, I'd rather throw 2 big poker tournaments throughout the year than I would do the golf tournament anymore. The golf tournament to me
Oh, the
is
golf tournament's actually
the
huge.
golf tournament is so massive, and listen, I get great help from some people on the team, but ultimately a lot of that stuff, they help out with the ancillary stuff. The big stuff ends up on my in my lap, and I just don't enjoy it. I really don't, and I wish there was a way to get out of it,
Mhm.
and I don't know if there is because now it's almost become an expectation.
Yeah, I think the only way you're getting out of it is to delegate it,
Yeah, and
which is definitely doable.
it's doable, but I'm not the kind of guy that can delegate the events. I think that's my
You
biggest.
can become the type of guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
For me, this is one thing
Yeah.
that this prompted here. Um, it's like midday naps, choosing your own playlist. We break down the blah blah blah. I like a good midday nap.
Oh.
So it's funny because oftentimes on my side of things, and you've seen this, we are waiting.
Yes.
So we have a bunch of client stuff has come to us. We've done what we had to do, where we've either sent out our questions or we've submitted to the lender or we've submitted documents, and you're waiting.
Hurry up and wait.
And it's like it's always exactly that. You quick, 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 and now you wait. I got your application built, client. Can you send me these docs? Sure, I'll do it in 2 days. We're waiting. And so we have these windows sometimes where you're like, I'm waiting. I have a couple hours to kill probably. I'm waiting. Getting a good little
Enter
snooze.
the enter the mid-afternoon
A
nap.
mid-afternoon nap. I am a sucker, but we are a nap household.
Are you?
Oh yeah.
Oh, we're not. I'm a napper,
Oh,
but I can nap sitting up in a chair.
our whole house, even before we had kids, Saturday afternoons, 1 o'clock, out.
No
The whole house.
way. Oh, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little jealous of that. There's too many people in my house for that right now. First off, but I will say I will. One of the I so I for those of you who don't know, I have 2 offices. I have one at head office and one where in the studio, where in the building where the studio is. And I put couches in my office this time for that exact reason.
Yeah.
I can't tell you the number of times I have laid down on that couch and thought,
But even 10 minutes, just be able to close your eyes. I remember reading about this in Dustin Woodhouse's books. So he talks about taking like a 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock, half an hour. He would like lay down on the ground in a wool sweater. That was his routine. He
okay,
would lay down like a yoga mat,
yeah,
put a nice cozy sweater on, and he'd lay down for like half an hour from like 3 to 3:30 or something. Lights out.
really?
Yeah. Every day.
I couldn't do it every day.
And
I'd
and
feel like a failure if I did it every day.
well, this guy was also like at the office at 7, leaving at 7.
Oh God, that
He
even sucks.
he was putting in crazy long hours, but that was his midday reset.
Yeah, I get it.
And I was like, "Oh, that is so cool."
So I'm
Um,
the guy that goes home. I'll leave here. I try to leave. I'm here usually at 8 o'clock in the morning, whether I'm here or in Niagara Falls, depending on.
yep.
By the time I drop Aiden off, get to school, and get to the office. I mean, it's usually around 8 o'clock. By I like to be out by 3. I've put in 7 hours at that point. I go home.
Well, because there's also that midday lull before everybody gets you their problems in the evening. That's
Yes.
the other side of it.
So I'll go
Same with
home,
us.
park my ass on the couch,
Yeah.
whether I sit there and fall asleep like I did last night,
Yep.
cross my arms, and I was like, I'm not sitting here. This is uncomfortable.
Dad nap.
I'm going to the bed. I'm going to bed, and I lay down for a half hour. But it drives Sue crazy because I usually do it when dinner's supposed to be prepared. So I'm usually of no help when it comes to dinner. But yeah, for me, I do say that, the ability to just walk away
Mhm.
is one of the good things. To
Agreed.
just say, screw it,
Mhm.
I'm done for a couple hours. But I'm also the guy that while everybody else is doing nothing,
Mhm.
I've got my laptop on my thing like I did last night and did the invitation
So
and
this
everything
ties
else.
into the second one, which is the weirdly fun parts of the grind.
Oh, that for me is that for me is the writing and doing that stuff. I
Yeah, or I know for you, it's like the editing of this stuff
yeah,
and the putting this together.
yeah,
Even for myself, the last couple of days, I was putting a few like email templates together and doing this like whatever, just putting together some creative, I guess,
yeah.
side of
The
it.
creative side stuff, yeah.
It's like the part where you're like, ah, cool. This is like a shift in
Your psyche.
yeah, like
I get what you're
exactly like
saying.
you're not doing the
You're not
same
doing your
thing.
grind.
Yeah,
You're stepping out away from
but
the
you are
grind.
also trying to like get this project done, and like it's like this. It's like the fun side of it where you get full control over everything you're doing,
So
which is good and bad.
I'm going through this exercise right now because like I've got all my logos and stuff. I've never brought them out, never really done anything with them.
For
And
your
Denise and I,
branding,
yeah, for my own personal real
I don't
estate
know if I've ever
stuff.
seen them.
You haven't because we've never released it. When Tiffany was with me, we started to prep it, and
Okay,
then she left. And but I'm going
sure.
through this exercise now where I'm going to go through and say, I want everything to be synced. So I
Okay,
want all my branding, all of my stuff, Coldwell Banker colors, but with my own little touch to
hmm
it, et cetera, et cetera.
your brand, your
My
tagline, your this,
tagline, all of
everything.
that stuff. So email addresses or email signatures, everything. My listing presentation. So my listing presentation is going to be done like a magazine. So I've changed up how I'm going to completely do it. So like I'm really working. I'm in my head. So for me, what you're talking about is the creative
hmm
side isn't that putting a listing together or writing a meeting note or whatever the case may be. It's the only thing for me that's truly me. Right? When you see a the flyer that comes out for the thing we were just talking about, I sat and did that last night. And you take it and you're like, oh, I don't like the way that looks,
This
or I want
color,
that's
this
color.
that, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
the cheesy stuff.
yeah.
I like the cheesy stuff.
Well, that's fun though.
Yeah,
Like
it's
that's part of
Yeah. Hey, on a side note, so just so you know, I've been done nothing but watch guitar videos for 2 weeks.
actually.
So yeah, I'm 100% sidebar, guys. So I just found out that Jordan's boyfriend
Uh huh.
is about the same level guitar player that I am, and he has his own acoustic downstairs. So now I've got somebody that
You can plunk around with.
look around with.
So have you started to?
No, I haven't talked to him about it yet because I don't want him to feel,
Uh huh.
So once we get the garage cleaned out, we've got the garage. I'm gonna get it set,
Sick.
go out to the garage and
Are you still gonna bring something in here?
yeah, I'm gonna bring my one electric in here, my
Les
Les Paul.
Paul.
But I'm now on the lookout for a telly. So when I've got a little bit of extra cash
Business expense.
around, I will write it off as entertainment.
There you go. That's one of the unexpected fun parts.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah,
Uh,
my telly once I get my blue telly because now I want a blue one.
yeah, I think that's
Yeah,
it has to happen. And it
that'll come here, and then my Les Paul will go home.
okay. So
So that's the fun, the creative side.
accidental joys, the stuff no one tells you that you'll end up loving.
Teaching
That is a good one.
for me, it's teaching.
That is actually a really good
I
one, and I
I just
10 out of 10 agree.
I just love. Listen, I got 18 years in,
Yeah.
right? Like I love sharing stories about the challenges that I faced, and that to me is that it's an easy one. The teaching is absolutely. I thought I was going to hate it. I really thought when I became the broker record, and I did my first meeting, and I went in and I set up the classroom style, and I was like, what the hell am I doing here?
Mhm.
And it took me about a year and a half, 2 years to
Find
get
your
really
style, your
comfortable and
yeah.
find my style. Once I found it, I was like, oh yeah, this is
So, I'm gonna say one of my joys is because I think my side, the mortgage side, is filled with a lot of jargon.
okay.
A lot of, like, terminology and things that people are like, I get it, I think."
Yeah,
Like, "Can you explain it to me one more time?"
yeah,
Right? It's
yep,
one of those moments
yeah,
where you're
yeah,
like, "Amortization, term, rate, all this
yeah,
stuff," and to me, I get joy out of being able to explain it in, like, a digestible way where I'm like, "This means this, think of it this way.
yep,
Think of this way, and when you see this word, put this word instead."
yeah.
And then they're like,
You
"Oh,
see the light bulb go
yeah,
off.
you
Yeah,
exactly." They're like,
light
"That's
bulb
all
moment.
that means?"
Mhm.
I'm like, "That's all that means." I'm like, "Amortization's like the length of your contract.
Yeah,
Term? That's how often you're renegotiating your
yeah.
contract." And they're
So,
like,
do you do videos on that?
Uh, Depends.
So one thing we have to hand out a RICO, what's called the RICO guide, which is a 13-page document that, come hell or high water, I'm going to figure out a way to make not be 13 pages. In consultation with the government, it's one of my missions.
You have to hand it out when you're
Every client that we deal with, every potential client that we deal with, every estate that we deal with has to get this information guide. It is
okay.
so ridiculous. It's like, I call it real estate for dummies.
Okay.
Those yellow books.
Yes, yes, I know exactly what you're
That's
talking about.
exactly what I feel like when
I've
I'm.
got a Magic for Dummies book.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah.
That's funny. There's a Guitar for Dummies book, just so you know. But for me, I look at that and I go, clients aren't going to read this.
No,
How am I going to make this entertaining?
you gotta make it
So
digestible.
I'm gonna I'm gonna do a video. I'm
That's a
gonna,
good idea.
sit down and say, okay, here's the slide. And by the way, if you don't use it in Canva, Canva's got a great video recording ability now, where you're
Oh,
in the
that's new.
bottom right hand corner. Fantastic tool. I did a video on it. I got to do my stats video. I'll share it to you because you can see what it looks like. But yeah, that aspect of just being able to enlighten people, right? Whether it's agents, clients, whatever the case may be, even like other brokerage stuff, right? Like, I love that aha moment for where you could literally see the light bulb go off and go, huh, now I get it.
The other one that I'm gonna say is an accidental joy for me that I didn't anticipate to like as much is the connecting with people. Meaning, you never know who you're gonna talk to,
Hmm.
who connects you with somebody you know or that you need to know, or you find somebody who has this really cool job or they do this really cool thing, or like you're just
Yeah.
like
You,
connecting and meeting people and seeing what they do and what their situation is. You're just like,
and honestly,
huh,
you haven't even scratched the surface of that yet,
yeah,
because you're not doing conferences yet.
fair,
Wait till I get you out to conferences,
fair.
right? And you get to meet, like, so you should be coming with us to the Coldwell Banker conferences, because that's where you're going to connect with the people that are going to send you the business. Going to a mortgage thing, eh,
Yeah,
right? But if you learn about the other side, which is where the benefit for me is, I've learned from you and Sue
yeah.
so much about mortgages. Where if you learn the real estate, just the high level aspect of it, and that opportunity to network.
You are right because just having having the setup we have where we got lawyers, realtors, mortgage people all in one building, you get a closer peek behind the curtain.
Oh, 100%.
And it's really advantageous. Um, and you get to see what is important, what is given the illusion of being important,
Oh yeah, the illusion of importance is astounding.
and what is a don't even worry about that type of
Yeah, which is what most lawyers are. Sorry,
um
Mark.
so yeah, that's you are right. But yeah, that's one that I thought was an accidental joy. Um
For me, part of it is the learning as well in this environment, right? Like, I learned so much from listening to, like, going down the hall and talking to. It doesn't matter
yeah.
which lawyer I go and talk to, go and have a
Mhm.
conversation with them. Just sit next door and say, somebody explain to me this,
Yes.
right?
Explain it to me like I'm a 4-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay. Talk to me like I'm a child. I'm
Yes.
okay. I need to learn this so that I can get that base knowledge
But
and then
that's
expand it,
not everybody's like that. Not everybody has the ability to
to accept being spoken to that
that.
way.
That's
Yeah.
a good way to say it. Not
Yeah.
some people are like, "Well, I get it."
Don't talk to me like I'm a child.
Yeah, or
No,
like, "Oh,
no.
I get it. I get it." And like,
And then you come back to them and they really didn't get it.
"Yeah." And you're like, "You didn't get that, did you?" And you're like,
Yeah.
"Ah, crap."
Mhm.
Um,
But yeah, those are some good ones, because I think that as much as you go into this business or
mhm.
any small business, when you start to take on staff and take on clients and take on it's a communication skill,
Oh, yeah.
right?
That's something else that I've had to learn things I didn't expect I would have to learn in this.
Okay, so my video going out on Monday is called Emotional Intelligence,
Okay.
not AI, but EI. And it talks about how you have to learn in our
Employment insurance?
yeah, yeah. Some realtors right now might need it. You go into it with this, I'm a transaction guy, and we're so not in our business, yours and mine.
Mhm.
Sometimes it's talking people down off a cliff, right? And recognizing that they're even on the cliff. Like, if you're transactional, when you're not invested in somebody and you don't understand how to read their signals, it's going to be a hard sledging for you. Right?
Yeah, I do think that's also something that's difficult to do over the phone.
Very much so. We
And
have lost a bit of that.
I'm thinking of somebody specifically I spoke to yesterday. Um, Near the end of the conversation, I think I picked up on something in her voice that would have indicated that.
Yep.
I think I would have picked up on it sooner if I was seeing body language.
Yeah.
Um,
Zoom meetings are great if the cameras are on. Everybody's got their camera on, but
yeah,
I tell you what, there's nothing, you know, we hold our bi-monthly Zoom meeting, so we'll get 40, 45 people at that meeting. In person, we might get 10, 12 people. But that 10, 12 people in that room for those couple hours that we're together take way more out of it than they could ever take out of it on a Zoom call, because the interaction with the other people is just as important for them as it is for me.
yeah, that makes sense.
Right. So,
100%.
yeah.
Okay, here's another one we got.
Uh-oh. All right. Try this.
These are good ones. I really like these. When I started reading them, I was like, "Mhm."
Okay.
Um, oh, why chaos can be addictive.
Ooh, adrenaline.
You think that's what it is?
It's for me, it's adrenaline.
So, I I it's definitely true.
Yep.
The chaos can be addictive, um, and I feel like you get used to it. There's a song lyric that comes to mind. Do you ever listen to the Black Keys?
A little bit, but not a lot.
We'll play the song for you upstairs, but in the one song, he says, "It's like being cooled by the rain in the eye of the storm."
Oh, okay.
So you're calm in the middle while there's chaos around you,
Mhm.
and, like, that's what I picture our life like sometimes.
Oh, and see, I think sometimes the opposite. I think I am the storm around the calm. I'm the guy that creates the chaos.
You think you're the guy that
I
creates the
and
chaos.
at certain times, yeah.
In
Yeah.
what way?
Listen, oh my, I don't wanna say it because my wife's just gonna and my staff's just gonna, well, not anybody's listening to us,
Uh-huh.
but anyway,
It's for
this
us.
is just for us.
It's for my ears.
Um, I'm not a procrastinator, but I work way better under pressure.
Uh-huh.
If I don't have a hard deadline,
Uh-huh.
if I make fun of lawyers, and I'm gonna get myself in trouble today.
Uh-huh.
I say all the time, if you give a lawyer a week, they're gonna take 6.5 days. That's me. If you tell me that I've got an event February 4th,
Yeah, I agree
I'm
with
gonna
you.
start the prep stuff, but my for the last week is gonna be the week where I pull everything together.
So here's
So I'm that guy whirling around, whirling around,
10
whirling
out of
around.
10, I agree with you. I'm the same way.
Okay.
I actually think, and here's me playing devil's advocate, I think it's a function of how the entrepreneur has to work,
Oh, okay.
and that you have to take the urgent things as they come at you, and something isn't DEFCON 5 until it's DEFCON 4.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, that's a
you know
great
what I'm saying? So,
100%.
although you have good intentions,
Yes.
and in a perfect world, you would dedicate X amount of hours each day to it, you know you can hammer this out. You're like, "It's not a big deal. I can hammer this out in a day.
I can do the gala in a week.
I can do the gala in a week. It's fine. I know I have 6 months. It's fine, it's fine."
Yeah.
I got
And at 5.5 months, I'm like, "Oh, shit, I gotta do the gala."
yeah, it's on your radar,
I know it's there. It's in the back of
100%,
my.
and I know that you're actively making small decisions and aligning things,
Oh, yeah, 100%.
right?
Like, last night, we were sitting talking about food for the February 4th.
Exactly,
I
and
don't have
so
to pick the food for 3
you're
months.
while this is those 5 months, you're loading your chambers,
Yeah.
and then you come up and you go bang, 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 bang.
Yeah.
So,
100%.
I think I get it because I
Yeah.
do the same thing, but
It's not necessarily good, but it's effective for me,
yeah,
right?
I also don't think it's bad, like,
No, I don't.
because it gets done, and sometimes
Okay, so, devil's advocate again, when I'm doing that stuff or I'm working with a client, they have no idea. I don't let anybody see it unless they're involved directly in the project. So if you're on my golf team or on my golf uh, committee,
mhm,
you see the chaos, right? That's 4 people, but the 120 people that show up to golf that day
mhm,
have no idea the chaos of the last week. And if you can keep it separate that way,
yeah.
the only person that struggles is you. If you struggle, I don't struggle with it.
Yeah.
Like my family actually takes more of a brunt of it because like if you asked Sue what I'm like the week before, my stress level goes up to here, right? And it's
Threat
just
level
because
midnight.
I exactly, right? And same thing with the golf tournament and probably will be the same thing with the spring launch. All of that stuff.
Yeah.
It's just that, you're dodging the bullets for a week,
Yeah.
right? Like
You're Neo.
right? So, like it's not a bad thing. It's just that's the way I think you're right. I think an entrepreneur has to function,
Yeah.
right?
And
Like
and I think being addicted to that or being able to do it more often is you did it once. Somebody was like, "Can you do this?" You're like, "I guess."
yeah.
And then next time you go, "I don't know. It's the worst that happens." Yeah, that's fine. I'll do it.
I think the more you do it, the harder it gets to say no.
Yeah, because you've done it already and you're like, "Yeah, I
Yeah,
can
I can pull this
I
off.
can pull this
I
off."
can
And
pull
that's
this
like
off.
so the transaction I was talking to you about this morning
Yeah,
with the very short closing.
yeah. I can do this. I can make this happen. And then all the curveballs start getting
So
thrown
what
at you.
happened was initially when I was talking to the client, I go, "We need to do a month." Or he said, "Can you do 2 weeks?" And I was like, "That's
Absurd.
crazy." And he's like, "I know, and if we did a month, it was gonna cost more."
Oh, okay.
Okay. So he goes, "Can we do this?" And I go, "Let's let's do it."
We're seeing that can happen. I see an
Okay.
ask for an extension.
So, anyways, we jump into this, and it's been like I would describe it like being cooled by the rain in the eye of the storm. Like it's just happening, and I'm like, cool, I got this, done this, take care. And you're doing it.
Yep.
And I talked to him last night, and he goes, "How much do you hate us right now? Like, are we your work?" And I was like, "This is swimmingly.
Yeah.
Like, this is going perfectly. Like, no issues. We're good to go." Yeah,
You just
no,
cursed yourself. You know
exactly.
that,
Well, to
right?
be fair, earlier in the week when I talked to him, I was like, "Hey, just so you know, this has gone too smooth so far. We're gonna hit some roadblocks this
Yeah.
week." He's like, "Don't say that." I go, "Just wait.
It's just the way it is.
Wait, is I go, it'll happen." I also think that's part of it is, um, it's not that you get addicted to the chaos. It's that you don't shy away from it.
Okay. And I was going to say, you, the more you do it, the easier it is to handle the curveballs,
Yeah, exactly,
right?
exactly.
Like
You see
you're the
enough
bat.
pitches,
You're
you can hit them.
exactly like, how many times you see a batter at the
Mhm,
plate, they foul off 15 pitches because they're seeing that curveball come in
mhm.
perfectly. And then they get that one slider and it gets hung
Boom,
up and it's
crank.
gone. Right. That's the way entrepreneurs feel.
Yeah.
At least I think anyway. And I
No,
think
I
you're right.
think you're right. But
So,
it's a good one because we often put ourselves into that chaos,
oh,
right?
I think sometimes it's self-inflicted.
It's I think all the time. So,
Yeah.
things are stressful. I'm gonna buy another business.
So yeah, buy another business. No, no, we're good.
Um, the best part of starting small, so getting to reflect on the freedom, creativity, and all that went with the early stages.
The best part of it,
Mhm.
that's a tough one because I didn't well, okay, so in fairness, I did start small. I started with 5 agents, when I first took over our original office, so I did start small. I think the best part is the relationships when it's small. So it's easier to have intimate, and I don't mean intimate in the way that way. I mean like close relationships with people when you're working with 5, 6, 7 people. When you get to 60, 70, 80 people, having that same level of intimacy and knowledge and expertise with those it becomes harder. So when you're small, you get to learn about people a little bit easier. You get to learn about the processes, you get to learn about all those things that if you start big, you're screwed. If I hadn't managed a real estate office before I took over the brokerage,
You think it would have been trickier?
I think I would have failed. I would have failed miserably because you learn what buttons you can push and what buttons you can't push, right? When you can,
The risk to reward is also
oh, 100%.
like it's and not risk to reward, but like the ability to take the baby steps, I guess. Like you
Yeah.
can make these little small adjustments and like,
Yeah,
my mess ups aren't
when your budget's 5,000 a month, a bad month won't cripple you. When your budget's 50,000 a month, your budget can be quite crippling on some months, right? So,
yeah.
but I think I think starting small is, um, I just think it makes you more successful long term. Don't jump in too big.
Yeah, I know one of the things I heard again Dustin Woodhouse talk about early on that was like a shift in the way I looked at things was like when you don't have a lot of clients, like how can you um when you're talking to potential referral partners and you're like, listen, I'm a new agent, don't have a lot of business, but I have the time to devote to your
Yep.
clients.
So in our old school new training that we used to do, I used to tell people, one client, you got 40 hours in a week. 20 of them you're going to spend on lead generation and figuring out ways to get more than one client. But those other 20 hours,
It's a
that
lot.
that person gets you,
They're your
right?
person for
I,
those hours.
but
Yeah.
I say to people, agents all the time, like back in the day, we used to carry 20 listings. So if you're carrying 20 listings, the most that client's going to get out of you is a few hours a week. That's where my partnership with Pat Schneider really helped us because we would carry 20 listings, but we had 80 hours in a week that we
Divide
could
and conquer.
divide and conquer,
Yeah.
and it was really beneficial. But you get these teams that have got 100 listings. How are they servicing these people?
Mhm.
Right, like without systems and processes, etc.
Even then, though, it's still you just don't have enough hours in a day. Um, Coffee fueled creativity and other entrepreneurial superpowers. How caffeine, chaos, and conversation sparks some of our best ideas.
Coffee doesn't
What are
do
you
anything
talking
for me.
about?
Not that way. Coffee for me. Listen, I don't need the caffeine.
Of course you do.
I don't, because I drink a lot of decaf coffee. I love coffee.
Okay,
So
but
it's like drinking non-alcoholic beer, right? I actually enjoy the taste
the
of
taste
beer,
of it, yeah,
right?
I
So
get it.
I don't do it for the caffeine, except at 9 o'clock in the morning. My first three in the morning are like, okay, make me function so that I can not kill
Yeah,
somebody
so like you're
today.
still doing it for the
And
caffeine.
just in the morning. In the afternoon, I'm drinking
Um,
it for a different purpose.
but
But
to
I don't get fueled, but I don't use it like I know
no,
some.
I don't think that's what it's
What do you?
asking. I think what this is really saying is remove the word caffeine. How
Okay,
chaos and conversation spark some of our best ideas.
okay, all right.
Remove the word caffeine.
Yeah, I got hung up on the caffeine, right? Yeah, I guess
So
I got a buddy who drinks 9 Diet Cokes a day, right? Same principle. He's in there for the caffeine. For me, the chaos
and conversations,
and
like to me, we
conversations.
when I think of the conversations,
Yes,
this has been super beneficial. I know for me, I think to you,
yeah, one hundred
a
percent.
lot of stuff we can pull from this in growing our business.
Yep.
Even the conversations we have off the cuff upstairs when somebody walks into an office and you're like, man, I'm dealing with this issue,
Yep.
like
And
blah blah blah.
sometimes it's about you could talk to somebody who's not even in the business, right? Sometimes it's like every once in a while I'll bounce something off of Mark, um, that's agent related. And how would you handle that if it were your staff? Don't have to be in the same business to be doing
Yeah, but
that. I think
it's an
some of
outside
those,
perspective.
yeah, it's an outside perspective. I think sometimes the skills that we develop from that chaos are important. But
How much chaos do you think their side of the transaction deals with?
their side's way worse than ours.
Is it?
Oh, way worse. Yeah, because when you factor in information coming from mortgage agents, coming from the realtor, coming from the lender, coming from the insurer, coming from title insurance, like all of those factors all come to, on a real estate transaction on closing day, right? Lawyers' conditions and all the nonsense that they've got to deal with. No thanks. No thank
So
you.
they're pros in the
They
chaos.
really are. Real estate lawyers are 100% in the chaos all day, every day.
So to me, I think that when you're in the chaos, um, and I think it also ties in with the procrastination thing. When you're on a deadline and you're in the deadline,
Yeah.
your brain shifts to what's the most efficient way to do this? How can I do this as fast as possible?
Yes, I
And
agree
so
100%.
I think that is one of those like byproducts. It's like an entrepreneurial superpower, I guess is what they're kind of saying here, which I think is just like I don't know, it's a regular thing that happens to people, but because of these stinking self-imposed deadlines and self-imposed chaos that we bring on ourselves,
Yeah.
I think you see it a lot more often. Like,
Well, you feel it as well.
yeah, because you can't really
Internalize.
offload this anywhere
No,
else.
you internalize it, right? And you start to have to manage all of the emotions, the timelines, everything that come with it. You have to internalize that and say, my client can't see that. The customer can't see that. The
Mhm.
consumer can't see that. How am I going to manage this?
Yeah.
Right?
I had somebody say one time that you gotta be a duck.
A duck. Why?
You gotta be like a swimming duck. When you look at a duck and they're swimming across the pond,
Yeah.
it's calm, it's smooth, but if you look under the
Oh,
water,
it's
its
the
legs are
chaos of
going
the
like
thing.
this.
I don't know who I was talking to the other day. Oh, we were watching the World Series. This is what made me think of it. Have you ever watched Alexander Kirk or it's not first name's not Alex. I don't know why I thought it was Alejandro Kirk, the catcher, the
Oh, the
short little
short guy,
guy.
the short
And
stubby one.
watch him run the bases, and it's always like the
No,
watch him that he plays next year, and you're gonna think of the Road Runner every time I see him running. His
meow.
legs are going like this.
He's fast.
He's not fast. He's
He
the
was
slowest guy in
fast.
baseball, but his legs go like this because he's got to run. His legs
Yeah,
are so short. He's got to take so many
he's
extra
very
steps.
clearly the stockiest guy on that
Oh
team.
yeah, what's up? I call him Pudge, but because there used to be a catcher on the Mets,
Oh,
Pudge Rodriguez, but he reminds me of Pudge.
um, yeah, I think that is it though. I think the last two. What do we got here? Ooh, the thrill of figuring it out as you go. You don't have all the answers, and that's the fun part.
Oh, I love that. I love that. I love when you get into a situation, and you heard the phone call I took before this, right? We have a problem,
Hmm.
okay, in our in the business, and how do we affect change with that? So who has to get involved? How many external people do you have to bring in?
Hmm.
All of the things that you have to do to get from A to B. Sometimes that strategic thinking, I love the strategic thinking stuff.
Yeah, we see it every now and then on our side too. When it's um, how can you position this file with a lender that's
Going to accept it.
gonna accept it, that makes sense?
Yeah.
Oh, how do we show this? We can show it this way. We can like the one I was talking to you about. I was like, we got a few ways to do this. How do you want us to do it? Or what's
Yeah.
the best? What's our best foot forward? Is
Yeah.
really what it comes down to.
But I think you guys have a missing piece in your business in the mortgage world, and that's
I know what you're gonna
it's
say.
the organization of it.
It's the lobbying.
It's the lobbying, like you guys are. But even that, but that lobbying, it doesn't have to be to the government. When I said to Sue last night, I said, You've got a new lender in your
Hmm.
network,
Hmm.
right?" And um, one of the challenges is going to be the compensation package that comes from that particular lender. And I
Yeah,
said to Sue, I said, "This is where brokers, franchise owners, whoever it is, have got to start to get harder with this and say, no, you're not getting our business unless you start to do this better for us."
yeah. So
Right. And
that
that's a
topic came
huge
up
missing piece because
in.
like that.
It is. It's huge because there's two specific lenders,
Yep.
a large green one and a large red one,
Yep.
who have made it really tricky for us to compete with branches, and the policies that were in place to allow for us to get compensation aren't really in place anymore.
Hmm.
And
Do you know the stupid thing is though,
the
when you
playing field's not even.
well, the playing field's not even close to even, but at the end of the day, those guys, they're still paying compensation similar to what you are in branch.
Yeah, if you look at salaries and everything
But
else and
yeah,
additional comp,
benefits,
yeah,
time off, all of that stuff, it's working out to the same.
probably,
So
if not more in some
what the
cases.
hell is everybody doing? Right? And I just think that you guys have all the power and nobody uses it. Nobody uses it.
It's
We go to lobby at the government, okay? We are the largest lobby group, trade lobby group in the country. When we go to Parliament Hill, they listen. When we tell them things, they listen. Same thing in the province. I can tell you types of legislation that organized real estate has had killed before it ever made it to the floor. Municipal land transfer tax. At one point, they were talking about putting a municipal land transfer tax in across the province. It took us 10 days of the final push to get it killed so that it never saw the floor of the legislature. If you guys actually got organized properly
the
and did that,
I think it's a larger issue that wouldn't. I think we'd have a tougher time for a couple of reasons. We'll talk about this one off air, I
yeah,
think.
I could do a whole online session about
Um,
this because I'm
I
so
but
adamant about it.
I think that we would encounter some issues trying to lobby to a lender.
You're not lobbying to the lender. You lobby to the government, and the government institutes the change.
Yeah, I don't think.
Here's my argument.
uh
The practice is anti-competitive. There's the solution. You get the competition bureau involved. I guarantee it. I've been down the path.
Hmm.
You cannot restrict trade through compensation. Period. End of story. Everything that they're doing, in
But they're
my
not restricting it. They're just
yes,
they're sending it through another
I'll
channel.
give you the example afterwards.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, it's been a bone of my biggest bone of contention
This comes up pretty much.
since we had the mortgage brokerage.
Yeah.
It is a massive issue, and it's being paid for by the consumer. The consumer is the one that's being penalized here.
I don't know that they are. They end up with a.
I can we'll talk after. We'll do a whole session on this. I love this.
I do think it's a really
This
good
one will
topic.
get me. This one will get me. Probably in trouble at some point, but I will be like if we ever reopened the mortgage brokerage, I would be spearheading this project. It will become my mantra in this province. Your regulator has way too much power that is unchecked by the people that are feeding it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, got one more. Come on, and then we'll have a quick chat about what you see.
So this is the last one.
All right.
Building your dream one inside joke at a time. The funny, human, behind the scene moments that make the journey worth it, not just the results.
Oh, I can't tell you how much my staff take the piss out of me. I
Mm.
walked into the office. My birthday was last week. Last week? Yeah, a week ago today. And there's a picture of me dressed up like they've put my face on the guy from The Godfather. It's our
Mm.
sales meeting. There's my picture hanging on the wall as The Godfather.
Is this for your birthday?
Yeah, last week they because it's
Ah.
Halloween. They dress me up every year in something different. They look forward to it. They used it drives me crazy, and they know I hate my birthday and what day it's on. So they just do it.
Why?
Oh, I hate Halloween.
What?
I hate Halloween.
What are you
Always have.
talking about?
I hate it. Hate it. I hate it. Hate it. I hate pretending to be something I'm not. It's one of those bizarre things.
Welcome to being an entrepreneur.
Well, yeah, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm not, at the end of the day, but I just don't. I've never liked
Oh, that's
Halloween.
so funny.
There's a lot of backstory to that, but I've never enjoyed my birthday ever
Uh,
because of the holiday.
Push it back a day.
It's
Tell,
like,
tell everybody it's November 1st.
right. It's kind of hard now after 53 of them. But it's funny because
No, it's
uh,
easy. You identify as November 1st.
just don't put it on your passport in the States.
Yeah.
Um, so I just think that realistically, it's one of those things when it comes to the fun part of it is what I enjoy the most is when I get the microphone in my hand
At the
at
gala.
events. Yeah. Yeah, because listen, I'm a punching bag all year long. It doesn't matter what it is. We're in the sales meeting the other day, and Connie Hubers, thank you very much for this. I'm making fun of her this last night. I said, listen, and I had given the gang a lecture about a compliance issue. And I said, listen, I stood up in the front of the room and said, I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be the guy that is hounding. And Connie's like, you love being that guy. And I'm like, are you kidding me right now in front of everybody? Like, but that's the kind of,
Yeah.
love hate that they give me. But it really is one of those things where when I get that microphone and I have some fun with it, it's just to kind of just, it's an opportunity to connect with the people, right? For me, it's all about the connections, all that fun
Yeah,
stuff. I don't find a lot of humor in it because, well, I think one of the hard part for us is everything that we do is so serious.
it is. But the part that I get a kick out of after the fact.
Looking back on the stuff that
Yes.
happens,
I go, this happened, and then this happened, and then this happened. And we were still able to close. And it's like sometimes you can look back and like you have the grizzled war stories, right?
yeah, I think the war stories are huge.
They're hilarious to me because then you go, or somebody mentions one time, like, oh man, this went awry and this happened. And I'm like, you don't even know. Listen to this one.
Oh, yeah.
Like those to me are the funny like inside jokes, or sometimes Sue and I will have one where we're like, remember when so and so said this, or like this
Well,
underwriter wanted that, and you're like,
we've been talking about this one listing for almost a year.
Yeah,
That's an inside
that
joke
is an
between you
inside
and
joke.
I.
Yeah.
Nobody knows what the property is. Nobody knows anything about it. It's still funny to me. I haven't looked at it lately to see if anything's happened with it. But like you look at that, and you go, "Man, did I dodge a bullet there?" Right? Like,
Yeah.
so it's kind of
So, actually, on the topic of dodged bullets, you ever had a bullet come back at you
all the
that you've
time.
tried to dodge?
Oh yeah. Do you know how many clients I over the years I have said, "No, I don't. I'm sorry, I can't."
Mhm,
And then I say, go work with this
mhm,
person, and they come back and they're like, "Yeah, I listened to you. Never again. You're doing this." I've had clients that I've said, "I don't have." Listen,
mhm,
honest to God, I don't have the time, to handle you properly. And people have said to me, more so during the peak of the chaos, um, "We don't trust anybody else. You at 75% is better than some at 100." And that's not to toot my own horn. That's just because they don't have to go through the learning curve.
of
They know
everybody
of
else, they
everybody
know
else. They know
you.
what
Yeah.
they're going to get from me. They know the expectations. They know at some point I'm going to be like, I screwed up,
Mhm.
or I did this, or I did this, or
At least you'll
timing of
be
this.
honest.
I'm going to be honest
Yeah.
with you. I'm going to tell you what I think, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, I've had some doozies over the years where you're like, oh man, why did we
I had one
do
I tried to
this?
dodge that came back this week,
Oh yeah.
and it's not I'm gonna try to dodge it again, but I don't think there's anybody else willing to take it.
And that's sometimes you do it because you feel sorry for the people.
Yeah, I'm also doing it as a favor for
Yeah, and those are usually the ones that bite you in the ass
uh
too, right? Like, you look back on it and you'll go, "What the hell was I thinking? Why did
Mhm,
I say yes?"
mhm,
Right? Or, "Why did I get involved in this to begin with?" And I've been there so many times where I've been like, "Yeah, I knew I shouldn't have taken it," or,
uh-huh,
I knew this divorce was" for me, a couple of them have been divorces, and I've been like, "Why did
and
I
you're
do
stuck in the
this?"
middle?
So I actually fired a client once, and, it was a divorce. It was nasty. And the property was in such disarray that I couldn't even get in with my cleaner to clean it. Okay.
I think I vaguely remember this.
Yeah, it's not if I told you off air, you would know who it is.
Okay.
So really nasty divorce to the point where I thought one of them was going to kill each other. And I tried to get the listing going. I gave them deadlines. I said, you got to do this. They
Mhm,
didn't do anything of what I said. So I finally sat them down and said, listen, we're going to do this,
mhm.
and we're going to put the house out there because you guys are going to lose the house if I don't put it out there. I said, and we're going to put it out there in whatever state you give me on this date.
Mm.
Oh, I went in and I did the pictures, and I tried to make it look as good as I could. And then after about 3 weeks of showings and realtors coming to me and saying, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, this is what the clients, did. I finally had the husband came over and sat on my front porch, and I said to him, I said, "I'm out. I'm not doing this anymore." I said, "I'm not fighting with you guys. You guys won't listen. You can't be in the same room at the time." And I basically just I read them the riot act. And about a week later, they called me and said, "We're ready." I'm like, "I don't care whether you're ready or not. Like, I could
I
care.
backed out.
I am not coming back to
I stepped
this."
out of this.
Yeah, and I kicked myself because I wish I'd bought the house to begin with, but, I got them in the room, I sat them down, and I said, "I'm not putting up with your crap anymore. Like, at the end of the day, yeah, I work for you, but you're not abusing me. I'm not doing this anymore." We ended up selling the house. Actually, they got it was a good price. I ended up having to double end it,
Hmm.
and it ended up well for them, but the stories along the way of the crap that happened through that house, if like when you find out, like, so you go into the house and it's got natural gas fireplace or furnace and
Mhm.
fireplaces. Comes closing day, client calls now Enbridge Gas and says, "Hey, um, we want to transfer the natural gas over." And Enbridge Gas goes, "We don't have a service to that house."
What?
I'm like, "What do you mean you don't have a service to this house?" The buyer calls me and says, "There's no gas service there." I'm like, "Okay, this is not a big deal. The gas is on the street. Like, worst case scenario, I know how much it'll cost to get put over. We'll figure it out. Don't stress about it." So I'm like, I pick up the client. I call the client. I'm like, "Dude, where's your gas meter?" Because we don't have a gas meter. I'm like, "What do you mean you don't have a gas meter? Natural gas. Like, everything in the house running that, your
Mhm,
stove, your
mhm.
furnace, everything's natural
Yeah, yeah,
gas."
yeah, yeah.
Because we got a natural gas well out in the back. I'm like,
What?
What do you mean you got a natural gas bill well out of the back? He goes, yeah, we've never had gas on the at the street. We've always supplied it ourselves. So I looked this guy straight in the face. I said, "Are you effing kidding me? I asked you if there's anything specific about this property that I need to know, and this is monstrous, and you chose not to tell me. Oh, we didn't think it was important. What do you mean you didn't think it was important? I fortunately had a client who was very understanding and actually loved the idea because now he was saving 250 to $300 a month because the house is 3,000 square feet. So he's not paying the gas bill. So, but I had already arranged with Enbridge Gas. I was paying for the gas to be brought in off the street to feed this house.
Oh,
I was fixing this that day. Like I had Enbridge Gas on
ready to
in
go.
the conversation ready to go. I had said to the lawyers, listen, this is not a big deal. I know the gas is on the street. The house is not far from mine. I know other houses have got it. Yeah, don't stress about this. The guy calls me and says, yeah, this is no problem. I don't care. And I'm like, huh, okay, thanks. And he was good. If you'd seen my face, you would have died laughing because I'll never forget. I was sitting in the office and I could see my reflection, and I was as white as a ghost. I was like, I cannot believe this is happening to me right now.
I didn't think it was important. So
Like
how long has that well been there?
30 years. Those wells, if you take care of them, typically they don't. But Enbridge Gas isn't allowing you to collect it anymore. So you're kind of grandfathered in. They won't if that runs dry and you've got to get them out there or get somebody out there to do it. They don't let you relicense it. So because you don't own the rights underneath your ground for that stuff.
Yeah. Oh, there's a
So,
lot of oil and
but
gas under Erie.
there's a lot of oil and gas, a lot. And there's if you on my street, there's two natural gas wells. So, but it was one of those moments where you sat back. I sit back now and laugh and think, man, that could have been real bad.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah.
I
So
actually really like that
yeah.
idea.
Right. So like sometimes you just you sometimes you got to laugh at yourself too. In this business, like as an entrepreneur, sometimes you've just got to people look at it and say, "Man, am I a train wreck today?"
Yeah,
Right? There's days where I wake up, I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be a disaster. Not gonna happen. Not gonna be good." So
that's a Monday.
yeah, every Monday. Why is it Mondays? Why can't somebody reach out to me on a Sunday and tell me, "Hey, we got a problem." Why you got to wait till Monday morning? I work weekends.
I just think that's how everybody else operates.
I know it's strange.
All right,
Strange
that
me.
was the last one.
All right. Well, that was not a bad conversation.
I thought it was a
Interesting.
good way to look at the fun side.
Yeah, yeah,
Remind people that you start a business and do this for certain reasons.
yeah,
The fun side of it.
yeah. I enjoy it. You
Yeah.
gotta enjoy what you do. If you don't enjoy what you do, my friend, you won't do it for long.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
Peace out.